February 4th, 2017, and my name is Bill McCamley. I'm a state representative from Las Cruces and Mesilla with your legislative update for the day. Yes, it's Saturday, and yes, we worked all day. So there's three things I'd like to talk to you about. The first bill that was in through a House committee today was a gun safety bill. The main part of this bill was asking that private gun sales through online purchases or things like gun shows do background checks just like you have at gun stores right now. And the whole purpose of that is to stop folks who have violent felony convictions or mental health issues from being able to get firearms. Excuse me. Right now, you have to do that when you go to a gun store, but you can go to a gun show or you can purchase online and be able to purchase a firearm. I actually support this part of the bill, and if that's the part that goes through, I'll end up supporting it. The problem I have with this one right now is that this includes a loaner provision. So if you loan a gun, so if you're a firearms instructor and you loan someone a firearm, for instance, to take your course, your concealed carry course, that could be considered illegal under this law. So we'll see how that kind of plays out when it hits the floor, but that actually had about 4 or 5 hours of public debate today that was really good, and there was some good discussion, but it did pass through its first committee. The second thing I want to talk about is my bill, the Cannabis Revenue and Freedom Act, and it also passed through the same committee after a couple hours of public debate and me answering questions from the committee. Now, this is a long road to hoe. It's got to go through another committee in the House, go past the floor of the House, which is the whole House of Representatives, and then go through the same process through the Senate and get signed by the governor to become law. So we're a long ways off yet, but this is a small but very significant step. No cannabis bill that would allow for social use has ever passed a committee in the legislature, and no social cannabis bill has ever passed a committee in the House. There was a constitutional amendment that made it to the floor of the Senate last year, but this is a big deal, and it's, as Brad Pitt said in Moneyball, it's a process, and it's good to get a win. So we'll see how the rest of the session plays out for that, but that's kind of how this process goes. The last thing I want to talk to you about is public participation. Yesterday, for the aid and dying bill that I talked about in my video yesterday, there was about 2-3 hours of public comment. Today there's about 4 hours of comment on the gun safety bill and another hour and a half of public comment on the cannabis bill. These matter, and that's the one great thing about New Mexico. You know, we don't get paid as legislators, but the one really good thing about that is that you, as a citizen, have really good access to us as legislators. You should take advantage of it. Today, we just noticed that the federal government stopped their Muslim ban that they were doing from countries that they kind of chose randomly for that process, and I think one of the reasons for that might have been that so many people really protested and let people know that this wasn't good public policy. So this is democracy. Participation is important. It matters, and it works. So if you care about these things, please make sure you keep calling in, you come testify, you register to vote, and you vote for the candidates that agree with you. And if we keep doing those things, then that's how democracy really works and keeps moving forward. So thanks everyone for watching this. I appreciate it as always, and if you have questions, comments, or concerns, and these are any other issues, love to hear from you. Hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend, and I'll be back at you Monday. Bye.